Hello everyone, I am Professor Mallikarjun out here. Today we are dealing with the point force analysis of spur gear. Means here in this bit we are going to see what are the different types of forces which are acting on the spur gear, and we are trying to find out the equations or formulae required for find out the values of forces acting on the spur gear. If you will observe this figure A here, you can observe there is a tooth of the pinion which is acting a force Pn on tooth of the driven gear. Already we know that the pinion is a driving member and the gear is a driven member, and here the pinion tooth of this pinion acting or exerting a force Pn along the line of action, which is also called as pressure line according to law of the gearing, and this force is acted upon the tooth of the gear which is driven member. Okay, and this force is at an angle alpha, and alpha is nothing but pressure angle. So here we have seen that we have assumed that the pinion is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, which is a driver, and the gear is rotating in the clockwise direction, which is a driven member, and we have shown all these elements in figure A. Now see here, this resultant force P is exerted by the pinion on the gear, and you can see here, which I have shown in a red color, these are nothing but the pitch circle of pinion, and this is pitch circle of gear. So what I have done initially, as force is exerted upon the gear by the pinion at the pitch point, so pitch circles are meeting at a point, that point is called as a pitch point. I have shown this is nothing but a gear which is driven member, which we have shown by the red color. So I have drawn the entire pitch circle for the gear, and force is exerted by the pinion on the gear. That's why I can draw like this. This is the resultant force Pn, which is exerted by the pinion on the gear at the pitch point. Okay, so now this particular resultant force Pn is resolved into two components. First one is a horizontal component, and the second one is a vertical component. Okay, and the angle between this horizontal line, which is tangent to the pitch circle, and the resultant force which is acting along the pressure line is alpha, which we have shown here earlier. Okay, so force is exerted by the pinion on the gear, that's why I have shown it, the resultant force Pn acting on the gear at the pitch point. And this resultant force I have considered in two components, one is horizontal, second one is vertical. As this horizontal component is a tangent to the circle, that's why I will be marking this as PT. PT is nothing but tangential force or tangential component, and this vertical force which is acting toward the center of the gear along its radius, that's why I am marking this vertical force as PR, which is also called as a radial force. Okay, so we have shown the forces like this. Okay, this angle is alpha, we know that this angle will also become alpha, as these are the forces exerted by the pinion on the gear. So we have shown this Pn acting here on the gear and their components PT and PR. So similarly, there will be equal and opposite forces which are acting on the pinion. So here what I will do, I will just draw the diagrams in the opposite direction. So as here Pn is acting along this direction, so for pinion it will be acting along this direction at the pitch point. So see here I am doing it for now pinion, which is a driving member. So this is pinion And again this pinion P is resolved into two components, horizontal and vertical. So horizontal component is tangential to the circle, that's why it is PT, tangential component PT or tangential force PT. And second force is acting along the radius towards the center of the gear, that's why I am marking it as PR. And we know that this angle is nothing but angle alpha. This angle is nothing but angle alpha. This angle is alpha and this is force P and I am writing here. If this angle is alpha, then this angle will also become alpha. So what we have done, we have resolved the forces, that resultant force Pn, into two components, horizontal and vertical, for gear first, and equal and opposite forces will be acting on the pinion. Just compare pinion on gear, the tangential component is going towards left hand side, and on the gear it is going towards right hand side, and on the pinion it is going towards left hand side. But thing is that these are acting along the or on the pitch point. That is very important, because if I will superimpose these two figures at the pitch point, then you will observe these tangential forces PT will be equal and opposite. The same thing with the radial force PR. This is PR and this is PR. If I will superimpose the figure, radial forces PR will be like this, the tangential forces PT will be like this, and resultant forces PN will be like this. Okay. So now what I will do, I will try to find out the equations for tangential force PT, then radial force PR, and then resultant force PN. Okay, depending upon this figure B where we have resolved the forces. So we can write like this. Here the resultant force PR, I will take a reference of this. The resultant force PN, you can see here the resultant force PN is resolved into two components or two forces. So how we have resolved it? One is tangential component PT and second is radial component PR. So I will write first PT, which is nothing but tangential component, or it is also called as tangential force, and second one is PR, which is also called as radial component or radial force. So first we will try to find out the equation for tangential component PT. So now first we are finding out the equation for PT. See here, PT is a tangential component and PT is a useful component. PT, once we got the magnitude from PT, we can find out the magnitude of torque, and from torque we can find out the power. So that is the significance of PT, which is called the tangential component. And if at all I have to calculate or I have to find out the equation for PT, how it has to be calculated, we know that torque transmitted is given by the equation. So what is the equation of torque transmitted? Mt is equal to 60 into 10 raised to 6 into power in terms of kilowatt divided by 2 pi n, where we know that Mt is equal to torque transmitted, and we are taking it in terms of Newton mm. Kw is nothing but power in kilowatt, right? N is nothing but speed. N is nothing but speed of rotation, which is expressed in terms of RPM. Okay. Now we have seen the equation for torque and the tangential component PT. If at all we have to calculate, I will refer this figure. Okay. Here we have seen that the PT is a tangential component which is tangent to the gear as well as for the pinion. Okay. So I will be taking first, or you can use any element like pinion and gear. Now I am taking it for gear. It's a tangential force PT, and I want to find out the value of torque. Torque can be found out by using two equations. Either you can use mt is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 6 into kilowatt divided by 2 pi n when you know power and RPM. And suppose if at all you have to calculate the value of PT, value of torque, torque can also be given as, also we can use this equation for torque. What is torque? It is the product of tangential force into perpendicular distance. So it is a tangential force PT, and perpendicular distance will be pitch circle diameter divided by 2. So it is applicable for gear as well as for pinion. So I will be writing PT is equal to d dash divided by 2. So d dash is the pitch circle diameter. If you are doing it for gear, add the suffix G. If you are doing it for the pinion, add the suffix P. So I have written general term. MT is equal to PT into d dash by 2, tangential force into the perpendicular distance. Okay. Now, as we are interested in finding out the value of PT, PT is given by the equation of PT is equal to 2MT divided by d dash. So by using this equation, we can find out the value of tangential component PT. Right? So 2MT divided by d dash, and MT is what? Torque. We can calculate the torque by using this equation, and d dash we can calculate. D dash is the pitch circle diameter, is the product of module into number of teeth. If we are doing it for pinion, d dash P is equal to M into ZP, means number of teeth on the pinion. And if you are doing it for gear, d dash G is equal to M into Z. So by using this equation, I can find out the value of PT. Now the second force is nothing but a radial component PR. Now what should be the equation for radial component or radial force PR? So for that reason, what I will do, I will take reference of this particular figure. See here, this is the figure. I will take the reference of it and I will select this triangle. Okay. So here I will draw this triangle. And at all, I have to show this. I will show this is angle alpha. Okay, this is angle alpha. Here, horizontal force is PT. The resultant force is Pn, and this vertical force is PR. Now I have to find out the value of PR. So I can use the concept of tan alpha. Tan alpha is what? The opposite divided by adjacent. Opposite side divided by adjacent side. So therefore, tan alpha is equal to PR divided by PT. Therefore, PR is equal to PT into tan alpha, where alpha is nothing but pressure angle. Where alpha is nothing but pressure angle. Okay, so initially we have calculated the value of tangential component, and here we have calculated we have derived one equation for radial component PR. So one may ask, why we have not done like this at opposite side? divided by hypotenuse, means sin alpha. Why we have not taken? Because still we have not knowing the value of Pn. And the standard practice is we should always calculate the values of forces like PR, Pn in terms of Pt, because Pt we can easily calculate from torque, and torque we can calculate from power. So while doing the analysis of force acting on spur gear or for any gear, I will say, first find out the value of Pt, tangential component, which we can calculate from torque, and torque we can calculate from power. So you will be getting the value of Pt, and find out the other forces like PR and Pn in terms of Pt. So that's why I have done this. And the last element is we have to calculate